Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be putting on this Ricochet skid plate on the 2017 YFZ450R. My old bike came with a skid plate, so that was already metal, so never really thought about how much it actually did until this last ride hit a rock and it took the chain off and then wedged the chain right in between here, which is also why you need a case saver. That's pretty cheap. I think they're like $30. Not sure what brand that is, but definitely nice to have because I don't know what kind of damage that chain would have done otherwise. So here we got it. It's really thick aluminum. Got some very big welds, it looks like were done by hand. Feels super thick, definitely can take some hits, I'm sure. It's gonna have to. Comes with a chain guide, so that's nice. One thing I wanted to check real quick before we put this one on is clearance wise. So I got a tape measure here. So it looks like we're at about 4.5 inches, maybe just under that. And on this side, about the same, 4.5. And then once we get this one on, we'll do the same thing, check and see what the clearance difference is. Alright, we got the old skid plate off. It's just 10 millimeter. I used a socket, and there'll be 4 of them, and these are what sit on top. So now we can get those off. Here you can see how bad it got damaged. I know at one point you can actually see all the way through it. So pretty mean rock that it hit. And then for the new hardware, this is what comes with it. We've got regular washers and the lock washers. So you're gonna put a lock washer on it first, and then a regular washer over that. It'll look like that. Got 2 sizes of bolts. These ones are longer. Those are gonna go in this spot right here. And then your shorter ones are going to go right here, and they are tucked in there, so that's nice, kind of out of the way. And then that will go on like that, so that the chain goes through the chain guide. It's pretty easy installation. I jacked it up, but you don't actually need to. I think you can get under there easy enough with it. Alright, so the easiest way I found to do it is, I'll try and get under here and show you, but put the 2 front bolts in. You'll want to do one of those at a time, but do the front ones first before you try to get in here, and that way it'll be held up and you can get it on there a little bit. And then for the back bolts, you're going to want to use a socket that the bolt won't fall into all the way, so that it will stay like that. I used it on an extension, and then just go up underneath it in there, and then you'll just start tightening it like that. You can see between the crack where you are as far as lining it up. That'll make it pretty easy to put on. Sometimes if you have bigger sockets like this and you put the bolt in, it'll sink all the way down and you won't be able to get it threaded in there. So that will work a lot better, and it's really easy to get on. And this is kind of how it looks. I haven't tightened it down yet, but I'll get it tightened down and back on the ground, and then we can measure it again. I wanted to add about the sticker that you guys seen on right here. That's where it was. It looked like a barcode. That sticker is a pain to get off. If you leave it on, it'll probably come off with water and wear and all that. It wasn't a super nice sticker, but to get it off, if you try to peel it, it's just gonna rip the top layer off. So I just used some Goo Gone and scrubbed at it and used kind of a sharper end of something to get it off, and it will come off pretty decently. But that's just a peel wise. I thought about leaving it on, but I decided to sit there and work at it. Alright, it's all on. It does seem to rub a little bit against this chain guide, but I don't think it'll be a problem. I think it just kind of slides by it. And be very careful when you're tightening the bolts not to torque them too much, just because Yamaha stuff into the aluminum can always strip really easy. Speak from experience. And measuring wise, it looks like it sits like a little bit lower actually than what stock one does. It's looking at like around about a 4 1/4, and that's on both sides. So kind of surprised by that, but not really a big deal. As long as it protects it, that's what matters. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna say, if you guys ride off-road in places where there's rocks like I do, get a metal skid plate. This one I definitely recommend. It's really nice, high quality one. It's pretty thick metal, so it'll be fine. And get yourself one of these to protect the case saver, so you can protect if you do hit something and knock your chain off, because if I didn't have this, it probably would have did quite a bit of damage, but it just kind of jumbled everything right here. So go get that done, and if you guys want more videos, let me know. Comment, like it, subscribe, do all that great stuff, and I'll make more videos with this bike. Thanks for watching.